Yasu Malaka. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Vince Vaughn. Ladies and gentlemen, if I ever decide to lose another 20 to 30 pounds, grow another 3 inches, and somehow miraculously learn how to say that, but also have a good head of hair again, I would look like Vince Vaughn. And keep in mind, I don't have nearly as much money as he does. But I always thought Vince Vaughn was a pretty cool dude. He's done some good movies. He can do the comedic role. He can do the dramatic role. Back and forth, back and forth. Not a lot of actors can do that. So I always just thought he was a pretty good guy. So I thought this podcast, I would just talk about him and, that's it. Just keep it all Vinny. That's it. As always, we go to the Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, to find out more about Mr. Vaughn, and let's see where this takes us. Vince Anthony Vaughn, born March 28th, 1970, is an American actor, producer, screenwriter, and comedian. Okay, now hold on. I'm not doubting he's never done stand-up. I'm just curious. I'm gonna have to. I've never seen him do stand-up. Would I like to see him do stand-up? Absolutely. So maybe he has. I don't know. I'll look into it after. Vaughn began acting in the late 1980s, appearing in minor television roles before attending wider recognition with the 1996 comedy drama film Swingers. He has appeared in a number of films in the 1990s, including the sports film Rudy, the sci-fi adventure dinosaur film The Lost World, Jurassic Park, the drama thriller Return to Paradise, and the remake of the psychological thriller Psycho. Other than his dramatic role in The Cell and Domestic Disturbance, in the thousands, he acted primarily in comedies, including Old School, Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story, Wedding Crashers, The Breakup, Fred Claus, and Four Christmases. He continued his comedic roles in the 2010s with The Dilemma, The Watch, and The Internship. In 2015, he starred as Frank Semyon, in the second season of the HBO anthology crime drama television series True Detective, along Colin Farrell, Taylor Kitsch, and Rachel McAdams, and since then has taken dramatic roles such as Hacksaw Ridge, Brawl in Cell Block 99, and Drag Across Concrete. So as you can see, he's done a lot, from comedy to drama, a little bit of action in there. Why not? He's Vince Vaughn. He can do what he wants. I like the picture they put up here. Vaughn in 2015. Look at him. He's just happy. He's chilling. That's all. Vince Vaughn's the man. Come on. In his early life, Vaughn was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to a wealthy family. Really? Oh, cool. His mother, Sharon Elan, never know how to pronounce that. Born in Bradford, Ontario, Canada. No shit. I did not know that. Her name was De Palmo. Oh, cool. I did not know that. Is a real estate agent and stockbroker who was once ranked as one of the United States' top money managers by Bloomberg Wealth Manager magazine. His father, Vernon Lindsay Vaughn, worked as a salesman for a toy company. As a child, he was raised with both Protestants and Catholic by his Catholic mother and Protestant father. He has Lebanese, Italian, Irish, English, and German ancestry. Vaughn grew up in Buffalo Grove, Illinois, where he played football and baseball and wrestled, although he has called himself unathletic and very average at high school sports. He then moved to Lake Forest, where he graduated from Lake Forest High School in 1988, where he was introduced to musical theater at a young age and decided to become an actor in 1987. He has credited his mother as the inspiration behind his career, saying that I saw her overcome stuff and I thought if you work hard enough at something, you'd give yourself a chance. Aw, that's sweet. See, there we go. First of all, I know his mother. I had no idea his mother was a Canadian. That's pretty cool. Awesome. That just makes Vince Vaughn even cooler. But yeah, I mean, the guy worked hard, and yeah, that was cool. He credits his mom. That's sweet. That's awesome. So yeah. Do you think Vince Vaughn can get any cooler? Do you think he can? Do you think he can? I think he can. Let's look up some random facts here, and let's find out what Vinny's all about. In the year 1988, he was cast in a Chevrolet television commercial, following which he subsequently moved to Hollywood. He credits his mother as the main inspiration behind his career. Well, we mentioned that already, but I'm going to mention it again. I did not know that. I'm gonna check out the commercial right now. 1 second, please. And I couldn't find it, but I'm sure he kicked ass. In preparation for his role as Bradley Thomas in the movie Brawl in Cell Block 99, he had to put on 15 pounds of muscle and underwent training as a boxer for 3 months prior to shooting. Now, I'm going to talk more about this movie later, but this movie is definitely good. In May 2011, during the filming of the movie Domestic Disturbance, Vaughn, along with Steve Buscemi and screenwriter Scott Rosenberg, were banned from Wilmington, North Carolina bars, ordered to undergo alcohol assessment, and fined $250 after an April brawl. I'm sure that $250 really bleeds the bank, but yes, I did hear about this. I don't know, I think some dudes were just bothering him at a bar or something, and it got to be too much. And see, that's the problem when you're a big guy in Hollywood. People think, oh, you're not so tough, you're not so big. Fuck off, moron. And just let the person be. Come on. What do we? Come on. It was reported that for the movie Dodgeball, a true underdog story, director-writer Rawson Marshall Thurber wrote the parts of Peter LaFleur, White Goodman, and Justin with Vaughn, Ben Stiller, and Justin Long, respectively, in mind. I could see that. A funny movie. We'll get into that a little later, too. During the filming of Hacksaw Ridge in Australia, he made headlines when he explored Sydney and its attractions and participated in a public climb of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I've never seen this bridge. I don't know how you climb a bridge, but I've walked on bridges. I mean, but that's still pretty cool. I mean, well, we mentioned before he's an athlete a little bit, so yeah, why not? Fuck it. During the filming of the 2003 movie Old School, Vaughn had to keep the crowd at Mitchpalooza scene, over 300 extras, under control by entertaining them for at least an hour. Well, let's just get this out of the way now. One of the best rappers of all time and a musical icon in the music industry, Snoop Dogg, was in the movie. And the story is that, he was a little busy in the bus, all right? Some people take, that 10-minute smoke break. Some people take a couple hours. It's Snoop Dogg. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. So during this time, of course, Vince Vaughn steps up and just keeps the crowd going. So there you go. While at Lake Forest High School in the year 1988, he did not have an exemplary grade in school, and thus became the president of his senior class. He knew that if he were the president, he would have to speak at graduation, and that if he had to speak at graduation, then the school would have let him graduate. Ah, see that? Nice loophole. In the movie Swingers, the relationship between the characters played by Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn mirrors their one in real life. The two actors are best friends. I'll get into this more later, but Jon Favreau is the fucking man. And Robert Downey Jr. definitely owes him a thank you note for the rest of his life. In his 2006 movie, The Breakup, his parents, Vernon Vaughn, a character actor, and Sharon Vaughn, a real estate agent and stockbroker, have bit roles in which his father plays Jennifer Aniston's father and his mother as a tourist. There you go. Keep it in the family, get him a paycheck. Why not? That's what you do. That's what you do, guys. Come on. Take notice. For his 2008 movie, Four Christmases, it was reported that he didn't go out to promote the film after he was rumored in gossip columns that he and Reese Witherspoon did not get along throughout filming. We'll get into that more in a little bit. Vince's father, Vern Vaughn, can be seen as the man sitting at the $100 minimum bet table in the 1996 movie Swingers. In fact, his father has been in total of 6 of his movies. There you go. 6 movies, 6 paychecks. Why not? During the shooting of the 1998 movie Return to Paradise, a February New York Post article reported that Vaughn and his co-star Anne Heche shared passionate lovemaking sessions inside each other's trailers during breaks in filming. It was also reported that the movie source said the chemistry between Vaughn and Heche was evident during the shooting in erotic locales like Thailand and Macau. Wasn't she going out with Ellen at the time, or no? Okay. Anyways, Vaughn signed his contract for the movie Old School during the scene with the wedding. It was his first day of shooting, and he had to sign the contract before he could start. Why not? Make everything in order before you shoot it. Make sure it's all good. Bada bing, bada boom. Before he became famous, he did an after-school special on steroids with Peter Billingsley. Okay, once again, guys, give me a second. I have to see this. Thank you. Well, once again, guys, I can't find it. Vince Vaughn must have a very good lawyer. Okay, I did find a picture with him and Bill. Yeah, that makes sense because, yeah, he's the guy that was the kid in the Christmas Carol, and then he ended up in Elf in the beginning there. He said cotton-headed Miggy Muggins, whatever. So him and Favreau, I don't know, they all must be friends, so that's cool. I didn't know that. The episode was, I think, him doing steroids. But it's funny, but I can find the Ben Affleck one. That's pretty funny too. Anyways, in the 1996 movie Swingers, the scene in which the character Trent angrily yells at Sue after Sue insults Mike was written specifically at Vince Vaughn's request. He wanted to show that beneath Trent's bravado, I think I said that right, and swagger, he truly cared for Mike as a friend. Of course he did. We all knew that. Come on. In the 2005 movie Wedding Crashers, his character of Jeremy was given a painting by Todd Clearly, played by Kiri O'Donnell, which Vaughn has kept safe till date in his house. Has kept safe till date in his house. That's horrible grammar. Anyways, yeah, that's actually a pretty funny picture. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, for those of you who know me, I might have to get that on a shirt, so we'll see. He is not a fan of cell phones. It actually says cell phone, whatever. And till this date, who the fuck wrote this? Does not own one. When he is working on a movie, it is provided with one. He is provided with the fuck? He is provided with one by the crew. He usually ends up losing. All right, I respect that. A lot of people don't like cell phones. Okay, that's cool. I get it. You know, you don't want people bothering you, right? I get it. There's no point. You keep a close circle. It's all good. It's all good. This grammar ain't no good. But anyways, a few of his trademarks include the most famous sardonic sense of humor, towering height, and his frequent works with Ben Stiller and Jon Favreau. Hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Vaughn once admitted that during the filming of the movie Old School, the studio did not want him for the film, as they were unsure that he could do comedy. Boy, were they wrong. This was before he became famous as a comedic actor. He's done, well, okay, so Old School came out in 2003. Yeah, I guess, okay. Okay, well that explains why they signed him at the last minute, I guess. Okay, all right. I think things worked out. In the movie Fred Claus, the wardrobe department consulted Levi Stratus and company and had special 501s created to accommodate his size exactly. Listen to me when I say this. When you're a little bit tall, jeans... See, when you buy a pair of jeans when you're tall, the problem is, like, you know, they assume, like, the leg is going to be as fat as your waist, and, you know, unless you're in a grunge video in the 90s, it's just not going to happen. So, yeah, that's one of the perks, man. He is an alumnus of the famous Improv Olympic, along with actors Mike Myers, the late Chris Farley, Ossie Beck, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, and Adam McKay. I did not know that. That's cool. It was reported that director Steven Spielberg was impressed with his performance in the movie Swingers and cast him for a role in the 1997 movie The Lost World: Jurassic Park. There you go. You do one good thing, you're good for the next couple movies. That's how it works. In preparation for his role in the movie The Breakup, he is said to have gained over 26 pounds. It was reported that he gained weight as a result of quitting smoking. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. And I'm in Canada. I don't know. They have these new filters now. That's a whole different story. Whatever. Vaughn, Luke Wilson, and Will Ferrell dubbed themselves the Wolf Pack years before Todd Phillips directed the 2009 movie The Hangover, because they would always make fun of each other. I could see that. In the year 2008, Vaughn topped the Forbes list of actors who give movie studios the best return on their investment, with his films earning $14.75 for every $1 he is paid. That's a pretty good return, man. While filming the movie Starsky and Hutch, he accidentally had his face smashed into fake glass. Okay, that was my fuck up. I'll give you that one. During one take where Ben Stiller arrests him while being dressed as a mime. Keep on trucking. He made Kyla Weber a Canadian real estate agent on January 2nd, 2010, after getting engaged on Valentine's Day 2009. The duo have 2 children, daughter Lachlan Kyla Vaughn, born on December 18th, 2010, and son Vernon Lindsay Vaughn, born on August 7th, 2013. Cool. He is famous for often playing sadistic types of roles, or slavish roles that are actually more likable characters. Well, that's why we love him, you know? He's a chill guy, but at the same time, he plays your average Joe type, you know? Still friendly, maybe a little too sarcastic, but you know what? You know what? Who gives a shit? Not me. Not me. It was reported that he accepted to play the role of Bob in the 2012 movie The Watch because he liked the relationship his character had with his daughter. I'm going to get more into that movie in a little bit, so don't worry. And last but not least, in the movie The Brawl in Cell Block 99, the destruction of the car was all done by himself. The car parts were reportedly real and were set up in a way that he wouldn't hurt himself badly. That's cool, you know. Remember that stage in the bonus shit in Street Fighter? You know, you smash up the car. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but the point is, you know what? Who doesn't want to smash up a car? You know, maybe an angry ex. I don't know. Point is, the guy's done a lot of shit, and he still remains a pretty cool dude. And like I said, this guy has been acting ever since the 80s. Okay, so what is it, 2020 now, as I remember? Yeah. And let's dive into it. And his first role that he ever did was a little TV show called China Beach, where he played a motor pool driver. I've never heard of the show. The poster does not tell me much. It just shows a boat. I'm assuming it's in China. It says here, the trials of a weary nurse, her friends and colleagues in a Vietnam war field hospital. Okay, well, there you go. His next job was playing Bill Peterson in the original TV show 21 Jump Street. Then he did a show called Nasty Boys. He played Trip Harding. Nasty Boys, Hardening. Okay. The Nasty Boys are a special unit of the North Las Vegas Police Department. She got a pretty high rating. I've never heard of the show. The Benjamin Bratt's in it. The dude from Law and Order. I got a pretty decent rating. Okay, cool. Like I said before, he did the ABC After School Specials. Then he did one for CBS, School Break Special. Did a movie called For the Boys. Never heard of this. He's a person in the crowd. I got here James Caan, Bette Midler. Cool. And he was also in Doogie Howser, MD. Showed up in an episode there. Now, this is the first movie I ever saw Vince Vaughn in. I mean, at the time, I don't know, I never really even heard of him. He was just in it for a little bit. Rudy. Plays Jamie O'Hara. Plays Rudy's buddy. I think it was his buddy. Wasn't he a little... No, he was... I don't know, his character was kind of rough around the edges, I guess. I don't know, a little bit of a shit disturber, maybe. I don't know. But he was a good guy, you know. He played football before, you know. Why not? You gotta get started somewhere. Why not? Then he was in a movie called At Risk, which was so good it doesn't even have a movie poster. Yeah, okay, well, 5.2 rating. Okay, well, I don't know. What are you going to do? Anyways, 77 Sunstrip. It was a TV movie. He was in that. Here we go. Okay, so Swingers. So this is where Vince Vaughn pretty much, you know, started his career, really. You know, this is a good role he did, you know, with him and his buddy Jon Favreau. You know, guy goes through a bad breakup, but he's got the support of his friends, you know. And by golly, that's all we need in life. This movie is very funny. It's got some good lines in it. I wasn't really a Sega kid, but, you know, you watch the movie and it reminds you of that old school, you know, systems, but it's good. It's funny. The one scene I like, I'm not really giving anything away, is when he calls the girl back repeatedly on the voicemail. For those of you who are millennials listening, I'll explain to you later what a voicemail is. I actually made a podcast about that. Listen to those archives. They're great. But yeah, it's just a really funny movie. I liked it a lot, so check it out. Just Your Luck was a video he was in. And then right after that, as I mentioned before, Mr. Spielberg, who's awesome. He recruited him for The Lost World Jurassic Park. This movie was okay. It wasn't as epic as the first one, obviously, but, I don't know. It had its moments. I will say this, though. I made a bet with my buddy years ago, and he said that Vince Vaughn was in Jurassic Park. Now, he didn't say The Lost World Jurassic Park. So, and then he was all excited afterwards. He looked it up, and I'm like, you did not say the second one, okay? So, Vince Vaughn was not in the first Jurassic Park. He's in the second one. So, just want to say, I'm still owed money. Jurassic Park, Chaos Island. It's a video game, Like I said, you do the movie, do the video game, do the cartoon, do whatever you got to do. Get a nice little paycheck. It's all good. The Locust was a movie he was in. I've never heard of this movie. A drifter enters a small town looking for employment. While working at the local cattle ranch, he meets and falls in love with a beautiful kitty and becomes involved in a deadly yet erotic love triangle. All right. Classic 90s shit. Okay. I don't know. I've never seen this one. I don't know what to tell you. Paul Rudd's in it. Ashley Jones. Okay. A couple good people. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. Didn't get the best rating, but, Then again, neither did Roadhouse. Okay. So you never know. Sometimes you look up an actor, you find these weird movies they were in, back in the day. You never know. I'm just saying. A Cool, Dry Place. Arizona? No. Another movie I've never heard of. Russell, a single father, balances his work as a lawyer with the care of his 5-year-old son after his wife abandoned him. When she reappears, creating turmoil, he must deal with his new love interest and a job opportunity of a lifetime. All right. It could be good. I don't know. I didn't see it. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I can't watch them all, guys. I got TV shows I watch too. Now, Return to Paradise. This is a very good movie. This is actually... I watched a bit of The Lost World, whatever, but this is probably the next movie I actually saw Vince Vaughn in, and it was actually really good. It's obviously more of a dramatic role. Joaquin Phoenix is in it, and Heche. We mentioned this before. I thought Anne Heche was seeing Ellen DeGeneres at the time. I don't know what happened, but that's the suave of Vince Vaughn. He can get any girl, even if she's pretending to be a lesbian, whatever. The point is, it's a very good movie. I recommend it. I actually remember seeing this movie in theaters, and there was a very erotic scene with him and Anne Heche, and guys, I swear to God, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was with my buddy, and it was like maybe half filled the theater, but there was, I swear to God, we're not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure during the tub scene, there was a guy a couple rows ahead of us, and I think he was whacking off. I can't say this 100%, but it looked like he was. You know what I mean? We didn't go in there for a closer look. But was the tub scene that good? He thought it was, but the point is, it's overall, it's a very good movie. It's one of the first movies I probably saw Joaquin Phoenix in too. So would I recommend seeing in theaters? After that, no. But I would see it on demand. Why not? Clay Pigeons. I sort of remember this movie. Not really. I don't know. According to the poster, I think Vince Vaughn is playing a cowboy. Yeah, there's a couple of these movies, man. I gotta check out here. I don't know. I mean, they could be hit or misses, but who knows? I mean, they look kind of interesting. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix is in it again, so I don't know. Who knows? He was in the TV show Hercules. He played Loki. Mr. Show with Bob and David. I've expressed my opinion. I like both these guys. Wasn't big a fan of this show, but teach his own. Yeah, I completely forgot. He did the shitty remake of Psycho. Ladies and gentlemen, let me point out the obvious here. When you have a classic Alfred Hitchcock movie like Psycho, there's no point in remaking it, especially scene by scene. I don't know what you plan to accomplish with that. I mean, this was panned big time. Everyone's like, why are they remaking the same movie twice? I don't know. Worst case, Vince got paid. What are you gonna do? South of Heaven, West of Hell. It's another movie I've never heard of. Billy Bob Thornton. Seems to be some cowboys or something. I don't know. Paul Rubens is in it. Peter Fonda. Bridget Fonda. Ooh, 4.2 out of 10. This is all according to IMDb, by the way, because I don't go on Rotten Tomatoes because I actually want to know if a movie's good. I've never even heard of that movie. Got to be honest. Okay, The Cell. I think it's the one with Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, this was a weird movie. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just weird. I don't even know how to explain this movie. I don't know, I don't know. To be honest with you, I think you're better off just watching the movie and just, I don't know, see where it goes. I don't know, smoke a joint or something. I think that'll help you, but yeah, I don't know. Other than that, okay. The Prime Gig. I never heard of this movie either. Again, I got to go back to my theory that sometimes when you look at a movie poster, you can tell it's not going to be a good movie, and it's in black and white, and I don't know. Even Vince Vaughn looks kind of lost. What am I doing here? I don't know. Like I said, I've never heard of this movie, so I don't know. I didn't get the best rating either. So it's your call, guys. You do what you gotta do. You watch it and let me know what's going on. Sex and the City, he was in that one episode. Sex and the Matrix. What? I guess it was some kind of maybe short or something. I don't know. I guess something funny. Made. Here we go. Okay, another Jon Favreau movie where they team up. Years later after Swingers. This is one of my favorite movies with Vince Vaughn. I love it. It's about two guys. I mean, technically they're boxers, I guess. I don't know. They're involved with some part of the mafia, whatever, and then they kind of get their chance to step up and to this one gig, and it's a good movie. Let's just say that. A lot of people from Sopranos are in it. Very funny. If you like Vince Vaughn, you like Favreau, you like his movies, you'll love this movie. It's a great movie. I highly recommend it. Zoolander, that's right. He's the brother of Ben Stiller, and he doesn't say anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't say anything. It says Luke Zoolander uncredited. That's right. He's there. You can tell. He looks like he just woke up out of a coma. But yeah, he's there. He's there. Funny movie. I like that one. The second one, not so much. But the first one is funny. Definitely worth checking out. Going to California, TV series, popped in that. Domestic Disturbance, we talked about that before, with the classic arrest there, All the guys want are just a simple a couple beers after a job, just fuck off. Anyways, this movie was okay. It wasn't anything special. I don't know. It was all right. Pauly Shore is dead. Listen, I like Pauly Shore. I like 3 of his movies. I like, Son-in-Law, Jury Duty, and Encino Man. Okay? He made this one movie. I think it was something to do with him, like, faking his death or something, because, people didn't care or whatever, so he got a whole bunch of his buddies there. So I like Pauly Shore. I never saw this movie, though, but Vince Vaughn showed up as himself. Old School. Here we go. Okay, so, again, one of my favorites of Vince Vaughn, one of my favorite comedies of all time. Okay? This movie is fucking awesome. It's hilarious, okay? If you love Animal House, you'll love Old School. It's just basically, the older generation kind of taking over. The one guy gets a frat house, whatever. He doesn't even know it's a frat house. They turn into a frat house, whatever the fuck. Either way, it's funny. It's Vince Vaughn at his best. Will Ferrell is fucking hilarious in it. Pretty much made both these guys' careers. Todd Phillips has a very good eye for talent. Like, he'll see someone that's maybe like C level, B level, whatever, and he'll bring them up to the next level. Okay, just ask the guys in Hangover. Okay, so this movie's hilarious. I don't want to even talk about it. I got to go streaking later on. So other than that, we're good. It's a shame they didn't make a second one. They wanted to make a second one. From what I heard, I think a lot of the guys, they wanted way more money. Can't blame them because, it ended up being a hit. So, yeah, that never happens. But, definitely check this one out. I Love Your Work. I never heard of it. Where is he here? I don't even, maybe he's one of these guys that just shows up for 2 seconds or something. Did not get the best rating. I don't know what to tell you. Again, with the whole movie poster thing, you got to keep in mind, you see a movie poster, sometimes they just, I don't know, whatever. The point is, I never saw it. If anybody sees it, if it's a good movie, please let me know. All right? Thank you. I appreciate it. Blackball. This movie poster looks like it was made in 1972. I've never even heard of this movie. Again, maybe it's one of these movies that Vince Vaughn maybe just did a quick cameo or something. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, But hey, man, cameos. I mean, they pay well too. So keep that in mind. Starsky and Hutch. Okay. Another Todd Phillips movie. Very funny movie. I remember watching it with my parents. Very good movie. Obviously from the hit TV show. A lot of good people in it. If you like the show, you'll love the movie. It's very funny. Dodgeball. Now, from what I'm told, him and Ben Stiller, they basically put their money up for this movie, and holy shit did it pay off. This movie was a huge hit on a very low budget. Very funny. I don't think to this day, even before or after, whatever, even during, they never made a movie about dodgeball. I remember playing dodgeball in high school, and someone, at the time I wore glasses, someone hit me right in the head. My glasses went like 30 feet. So it is a very dangerous sport. As you can see, the ball has affected my speech. It's a very dangerous sport, and it's also very funny. I don't even know if they still play it in high schools now. I don't know if you got to wear a helmet now or PC, whatever the fuck, who knows. But this movie is fucking hilarious. And also there's a scene after the credits, which is very funny as well. It's one of those movies that has a good little thing after credits. So definitely check this one out. Very funny movie. Anchorman, Legend of Ron Burgundy. One of the funniest movies of all time. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. One of Will Ferrell's best. We all know that. He showed up as Wes Mantooth. Now, I don't know why it says uncredited, because he's in it for quite a bit. I thought the funniest part in this movie was there's a point where Christina Applegate is breaking his balls about a big forehead, and anybody that knows me knows I got a big forehead too. So I think Vince Vaughn is an Aries, so that's our distinctive look, whatever, or it's around that birthday, whatever. So we can't help it, we're just born how we are. But he's very funny in it. You don't make fun of his mother in it; she is a saint. Paparazzi, Vince Vaughn, uncredited again. I never heard of this movie. I don't have to tell you. Wake Up, Ron Burgundy. Okay. Let me tell you something. This movie, I believe, is the original version of Ron Burgundy, the original Anchorman movie, but it tested so bad that they had to remake it. And then the Anchorman that we know now is the actual remake, or whatever, re-edited, blah, 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 whatever. Apparently it was so bad that people just walked out of the test screenings, but thank God we got this movie after. So, but I guess he showed up in this one too. So there you go. Do you get 2 paychecks for that? I don't know. Thumbsucker, never heard of it. Be Cool. This is the remake to Get Shorty. I wasn't a big fan of it, I'm not gonna lie, but Vince Vaughn plays a white pimp in it, and just for that, it's worth seeing. He thinks he's black. I swear to God, that's true. But yeah, just check that out, and just check out his parts. Twinkle Twinkle Baby, Twinkle Twinkle. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I completely forgot he was in that. I think he was Brad Pitt's buddy, I guess. Yeah, that's when like you're a certain type of star. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Brad Pitt is a huge A-list star. Even before the Oscar and all that. So then you have Vince Vaughn, who's I guess he's kind of an A-lister. I guess at this point, but he's still buddy to Brad Pitt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like this movie. I think this movie was all right. Favorite scene in the movie is definitely when I don't know, like they're fighting, and Jolie has him in the car, and then the car is taking off a cliff, and you just see him in the window saying, "We have to talk," and like the car is just taking off a cliff. I thought that was funny, so I liked it. Wedding Crashers. Okay, another huge hit for Vince Vaughn, and I think this is him teaming up with Owen Wilson for the first time. Owen Wilson's a good dude. They had pretty good chemistry, and basically they crash weddings. People that aren't invited to weddings, and yet they want the free shit, free booze, free food. Why not? Have sexual relations. It's all for grabs at this point. So it was a huge hit. They made like a TV show about it. Like they tried to do a reality show. Obviously it failed. Because you can't keep that forever. But yeah, very funny movie. I liked it a lot. I always forget Bradley Cooper plays the bad guy in it. I don't know. You don't recognize him because he's got the short hair and everything. But yeah, he was kind of a dick in that. But yeah, good movie though. Really good movie. I really enjoyed it. The Breakup. Good movie. I liked it. I have a little, like as a man, I gotta be honest, like the ending, I don't know. I feel it makes guys look bad. I'm just putting that out there, I'll just say this to women, okay? Like look at us like a blank page. We don't know shit until you tell us. We don't know anything. We don't, and even when we do know, we're still wrong. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna give anything away for the ending, whatever. But good movie. I liked it. Into the Wild. Good little movie. I liked it. He makes a little brief appearance in that one. Fred Claus. Good concept, I guess. I mean, to have for Santa Claus to have a brother, I guess. But it just wasn't much of a story there, I just, Paul Giamatti plays Santa Claus, his brother, and I wasn't really feeling it. Although I did like the one song Ludacris did, Ludacrismas. I do enjoy listening to that every year, so, but, yeah, I don't know, Four Christmases, Like I said before, they apparently didn't get along. I didn't know that until I just read that. Me personally, I don't think it matters. I didn't think it was that good of a movie. I got to be honest. Again, it was a good concept, but it just wasn't well executed. I don't know. Maybe Vince Vaughn and Tim Allen are trying to have a contest to see who can do the shittiest Christmas movies. I don't know. I mean, I like both those dudes. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to hear any shit. I'm just saying, sometimes when you come up with one like Christmas classic movie, just let it be after that. Just that's it. That's it. Couples Retreat. I like this movie a lot. Good cast, funny. Yeah, I like that. I don't give a lot away, but it was a very, very funny movie. I enjoyed it. For Christmas's gag reel, it pretty much explains itself. Artist for Haiti, We Are the World, 25 for Haiti. He sang in that? Really? I didn't know that. The song got a little bit of shit. I remember that. It wasn't the classic Michael Jackson one, but again, guys, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. If you do it, good the first time, you don't have to do it again. It's okay. It's okay. Come up with another idea. It's cool. The Dilemma. I remember Ron Howard directed this. I love Ron Howard, but I gotta be honest, man. It fell flat for me. I'm sorry. It pains me to say that. It really does. Because I love Ron Howard, Vince Vaughn. I just wasn't feeling the guys. I'm sorry. It kind of, I don't know, fell flat for me. Kevin James too. I love him too. Just sorry, man. Lay the Favorite. Never saw it. I don't know. The Watch, again, funny cast of people, Ben Stiller, Jonah Hill, Vince Vaughn, talked about it before. He just did it for his daughter. That's cool. It just, again, it wasn't well executed. That's all. Apparently, the one other guy in it, the guy with the glasses, apparently they tried to get Chris Tucker to do the role. He decided not to do it. I think that was the right decision. And, you can't win them all, can I tell you. Art of Conflict, a documentary. He's a narrator. A Case of You. I never saw this movie. The Internship. Now, I saw the unrated version of this movie, so I don't know if it makes a difference, but I liked it. I mean, was it Wedding Crashers? No, but it was still all right. I mean, basically, it's about two dudes that work for Google. Now, maybe a lot of people saw it as like one big commercial for Google, and in many ways it is, But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was all right. Delivery Man. Yeah, I didn't like this one. This one, I don't know. He finds out he's a father to many children or something. Chris Pratt was in it. I forgot he was in that too. Yeah, I just, I wasn't feeling this one either. Sorry. Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. Yeah, he comes back with the same, playing the same dude. Wes Mantooth, still funny in it. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I mean, they said they're not going to make an Anchorman 3. I don't see why they shouldn't. I mean, it was funny with Anchorman 2. Like, I saw it the first time. I wasn't a big fan of it. Then I saw it later on again, and I liked it. So, I don't know. I always thought the whole Steve Carell and Kristen Wiig scenes were the funniest scenes in that movie. But, I don't know, because those two are really funny. But, not as good as the first one, but still good. Unfinished Business. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched the. Sometimes you watch a movie and like the first 5 minutes, you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna like this. That's this movie. I skimmed through it a little bit. I wasn't feeling it. Sorry, it didn't do that well either. So sorry about that. True Detective, again, it wasn't as, this is season 2. This wasn't as good as the first season with with the two dudes there, Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey, or McConaughey, I always forget. But yeah, his character was good. He was very like, I think they compared it to someone else. It was just very old school, like kind of very direct. The way he played the character, very straightforward. I liked it. It was all right. Term Life. I never even heard of Term Life. What is this? Again, could this be a hidden gem? I don't know. Okay, now, again, if you guys don't mind doing this, in the movie poster, it looks like he's wearing a wig. It could be his real hair. I am not sure, man. That is... Oh, shit. Hold on, I gotta looking for a closer look here. Okay, yeah, that could be his real hair. I don't know. I've never heard of this movie. Again, judging by the movie poster, it looks like one of those movies that just went straight to video. Yeah, I didn't get the best rating either. Yeah, so I don't know. Again, look, they're not all going to be winners, guys. You know that. I know that. It is what it is. What are you going to do? But the next one was good. Hacksaw Ridge. Now, despite what you think of Mel Gibson, I know. But, the guy makes good movies, okay? It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. And Vince Vaughn's in it. He's like the sergeant, whatever. The last half hour of this movie, I think, like the whole war scene and the way they taped it, holy shit. It's like you're right there. It was really well done. So I definitely recommend seeing this movie. Maroon 5, Don't Want to Know. It's a music video. He was in that. Played dodgeball with Ben Stiller. Video short. Sorry, the ball from high school still hurts. I never saw that. I'm assuming maybe it's a Funny or Die thing. I don't know. I'll check it out. Brawl in Cell Block 99. Okay, now I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't the best title for a movie, but this is a pretty good movie, and Vince Vaughn kicks some major ass in it. I'm not going to lie to you. The first half hour, I almost bailed. Okay, it starts off a little slow, but the whole point is this guy goes to jail, and he goes to different jails. And I'll just say this: by the end of the movie, if you want to commit a crime and go to jail and you think it's cool, then you're stupid. But yeah, he's really good in this. So like I said, a half hour in, he goes to jail, and that's when the movie picks up, and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The next movie he did was Dragged Across Concrete. Also, very good movie. Probably one of the most underlooked movies in 2018, I gotta say. Really well cast. A lot of people from Brawl in Cell Block 99 are in it. Again, it's more of a heist movie. Really good. Really, really good movie. Highly recommend that one for sure. And as time goes on, he's done a little show called F is for Family, which stars Bill Burr. And it's a cartoon on Netflix. I believe they just aired the 4th season. It's very funny. If you're a fan of like All in the like if you wonder if All in the Family became a cartoon, this is probably the closest thing to it. It's very well done. Very funny. He did a couple voices for it, or no, I just did one. But yeah, he's a producer for the show. I think his wife is part of it as well. Yeah, so that's cool. It's a really funny show. I really recommend it. Fighting with My Family. Okay, this sounds familiar. Trying to see. Oh yeah, you know what? This was a very good movie. This is one of these movies where, I think the average person would look at this and go, it's no big deal, whatever. But I highly recommend that you watch this movie. He's in it for like a little bit. He's like, the whole concept is a woman that wants to become a wrestler in the WWE and like all the shit that she goes through. And Vince Vaughn is part of the WWE, part of the recruitment, whatever. And it's actually really good. Like you can tell they put a lot into it, and it's actually a really good movie. So I definitely recommend that one. Seaberg. I hope I'm saying that right. Sedberg? Maybe it's Sedberg. Well, did not get the best rating. Yeah, he's kind of like the seventh lead in. Maybe he just shows up there for a little bit. Okay. Kristen Stewart. I don't know. A lot of people always rip on Kristen Stewart. I don't know why. I mean, she seems like a cool person. I don't know. I know the what was it, the Charlie's Angels movie didn't do that well, whatever, and then I don't know, they were blaming guys for it or something. I don't know, whatever. I mean, come on, but whatever. It is what it is. North Hollywood. North Hollywood. The first ever movie about becoming a pro skater. Well, that can't be true. Really? Okay. Well, it says it's trying to get a rating, and this is 2020. There's no movie poster for it, so okay. I don't know. Guys, suggestions. Curb Your Enthusiasm. I saw him recently last season. Very funny there. Arkansas. He played a frog. I'm assuming it's a cartoon. No, it is not. I've never heard of this movie. Liam Hemsworth. John Malkovich. Michael Kenneth Williams. Okay, Fosh. Okay, it's got a pretty decent cast. Why have I never heard of this before? Kyle and Swing live by the orders of an Arkansas-based drug kingpin named Frog, whom they've never met. But when a deal goes horribly wrong, the consequences are deadly. It looks all right. I mean, they get the best rating, but I don't know. You never know with movies like this. I mean, Okay, I don't know. Guys, as always, leave the comments in the section below. But yeah, I might check that out. He's got more things coming up. The Binge plays a principal. Set in a time where all drugs and alcohol are illegal. The only day anyone can participate in fun is on Binge Day. Okay. I like the sound of that. Okay. All right. Okay. You never know. Let's see what happens. Untitled Body Swap Thriller. After swapping bodies with a deranged serial killer, a young girl in a high school discovers she has less than 24 hours before the change becomes permanent. Okay. I mean, you'd think it'd be a serious movie, but it could be a comedy too. You really don't know. So let's see what happens. The Last Drop. It's about coffee. Anyways, a comedy centered on a functioning alcoholic facing an ultimatum to go sober or lose everything, including his life. Well, if you lose your life, you can't drink anymore. I mean, there might be an open bar in heaven, but I don't know. And the last movie is Queen Pins, which I'm assuming is about bowling. A pair of housewives create a $40 million coupon scam. It is not about bowling. Okay. And there you go. We're just going to have to wait and see for the next 4 or 5 movies here. And that's the thing about movies, guys. We have no idea. I mean, they could be flops. They could be a big hit. You know, a lot of people say Vince Vaughn has kind of fallen off the last couple of years. But listen, the guy had an awesome run regardless. I mean, the guy could retire today if he wanted to. Who gives a shit? He's provided us with some excellent comedies. I mean, like, to go back to Dodgeball, I mean, you know, he took a risk with that one, and it definitely paid off. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen with these movies, you know? All I can say is this, is that when Vince Vaughn is eating ice cream with Owen Wilson, It's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. You seriously have to look up that picture. It is fucking awesome. I mean, it's. I mean, I know exactly what he's going through there. Okay, ice cream is excellent, so I don't judge. Okay, as a fellow big guy, but it's just awesome. So, but that's the type of guy Vince Vaughn is, and I'm being told that he's pretty much a friendly guy in real life, and he's just your average Joe, and that's what people love to root for in movies. A guy that's maybe a little bit of a party animal, but at the same time he can do like a dramatic role, and he's just a very cool guy, and really, like I said before, the guy's got nothing else to prove. But I'm curious to see what else is he going to do in his career. Is he going to have another big comedy again? Will he have like this huge kind of comeback? I mean, who knows? But either way, you motorboat son of a bitch, you old sailor, you. Where is she? Is she still in the house? There's a part where it looks like when he says motorboat, he's laughing. And that's that's fucking hilarious. He must have just like improv that shit. But watch me take this down the road. That's what I love about Vince Vaughn.